Hello, everybody. Welcome to Voices of British Orthodoxy. I am, of course, Reader Lazar. Today is the 22nd, and as I said before, as I said in the description, I only realised then that technically we as Orthodox celebrate St. Alban on the 22nd. So I will, of course, go back and basically copy and paste everything, but we do actually have two saints today. The first is St. Alban, who is our protomartyr, and then we have another entry from the group chat. Let's get right into it. St. Alban, 4th century, the protomartyr of Britain. I'll copy and paste this Troparion and the Kontakion in description. I don't have the Kontakion on me now, but the Troparion, which is sung in tone 4, goes as follows. In his struggle, your holy martyr Alban gained the crown of life, O Christ our God. For strengthened by you in purity of heart, he spoke boldly before the judges of the world, offering his head up to you, the judge of all. I will leave that alongside the thing in the description, and then I will read the entry for St. Alban. St. Alban was a pagan living in Verulamium, present-day St. Albans, in Hertfordshire, England. Hertfordshire. During a persecution of Christians that took place in either 209 or 305. The chief magistrate of Verulamium ordered that all the Christian priests be arrested, tortured, and then killed. A priest known to us as Amphibolus fled, and St. Alban sheltered him in his home. The priest's piety impressed St. Alban, and he asked to be taught about the faith. St. Alban soon embraced Christ and was baptized by Amphibolus. The authorities became aware that St. Alban was hiding a fugitive, and soldiers were sent to arrest the priest. As the soldiers arrived, St. Alban and St. Amphibolus exchanged cloaks, resulting in St. Alban's arrest and Amphibolus' escape. St. Alban was brought before the magistrate, who was furious that St. Alban had helped the priest escape. However, he offered St. Alban the opportunity to be freed without punishment if St. Alban would renounce Christ, offer a sacrifice to idols, and reveal where Amphibolus was hiding. St. Alban replied that he was a Christian and worshipped the one true God. The magistrate had St. Alban beaten and tortured, and once again offered to free him if he renounced Christ. St. Alban again refused, rejoicing in the suffering he was experiencing for the glory of God. The magistrate then ordered that St. Alban be taken to Holmhurst Hill outside the village and beheaded. St. Bede the Venerable, who we commemorate back on the 25th of May, in his Historia Ecclesiastica, relates of several miracles associated with the story of the execution. One, that the bridge crossing a river which separated Verulamium and Holmhurst Hill was full of people who had come to witness St. Alban's martyrdom, preventing the execution party from continuing up the hill. St. Alban stood and prayed, making the sign of the cross over the river, which then parted, allowing the execution party to pass. Executioner was so astonished by this that he threw away his sword and refused to carry out the execution. He too was arrested and a replacement was selected. Another miracle linked to that is that as they climbed Holmhurst Hill, St. Alban became thirsty and asked for water. At this point, a small spring gushed forth and the saint was able to drink. Though the well is now dry, for many years pilgrims came to drink from his holy well. One of the last miracles connected to St. Alban's martyrdom is that of the replacement executioner. As the replacement executioner struck St. Alban's head off, the executioner's eyes came out of his head and fell to the ground. These miracles led to many conversions among the crowd of spectators. The actual name of the priest St. Alban sheltered is unknown to us, though he has been called Amphibolus, which was the word for the cloak the priest exchanged with St. Alban. It is believed that he was captured several days after St. Alban's martyrdom and executed at Redbourne, a few kilometres from Holmhurst Hill. All of the other details that have come down to us about this priest should be viewed with a fair degree of skepticism. The name of the first executioner is unknown to us as well. And the entry in the book is Saint Eb, also known as Ab, also known as Eb the Younger. and she is from the 9th century, because she died 2nd of April 870. And she was abbess of Coldingham Priory in southeast Scotland. She presided over the Benedictine Abbey at Coldingham. She is best known for the act of self-mutilation to avoid rhymes with grape by Viking invaders, according to a 13th century chronicle. She took a razor and cut off her nose in front of the nuns, who followed her example. Their appearance so disgusted the invaders that the women were saved from rhymes with grape, but not from death, as the Danes soon returned and set fire to the convent, martyring Saint Ab. I don't know how to pronounce the letter that looks like an A and an E combined, so I'm just going to use the other name of Ab, and her entire community. Given that she died on the 2nd of April, I'm a bit confused as to why she popped up in today's entry. Anyway, may those saints intercede for us before the righteous judge. St. Alban's icons here. I don't know if this is the same one I used before. I just needed a decent quality one. I guess I should probably provide a quick update. Today's event went amazing. If there's ever a day in the future where we don't actually have a saint, I might do a video. Okay, so I guess on Tuesday. No, wait. On Wednesday, we might not have any saints. On Wednesday or Thursday, I might try and see if everything that's been sent can be compiled together into a, hey, this is how thingy went. But anyway, the first annual Slava of the Saints of Great Britain and Ireland at St. Lazar's was amazing. To my surprise, somebody made Slava bread. And so we ended up doing a proper Serbian Slava service after the liturgy, which was amazing. Then, after fellowship, we went to St. Chad's Cathedral in Lichfield, because he is the patron saint of our city. I'll share pictures when we do a, I guess, going over what happened stream. I mean, episode. And then we blessed the waters at St. Chad's Well. If anybody did any pilgrimages for St. Alban today, or any other saints in this country, do send them over to Voices. Do send your final thingy over to Voices of British Orthodoxy at gmail.com, I think it is off the top of my head. And I will be happy to upload it and promote your pilgrimages and whatnot, because that is, again, part of what I want for the video aspect. So, yeah, I think that'll be it from me. God bless you all. I hope you all had a wonderful day. Don't forget to go to church tomorrow, depending on when you see this. God bless you all, and Amen.